Hey there, I want to share with you a tool that I think will help you with your virtual instruction, and it adds a little bit of student accountability in there. So you're still sharing your content, you're delivering your instruction, but student engagement is increased at the virtual level. And then you also have an added benefit of student accountability, and that's using the Pear Deck student-paced mode. So, of course, Pear Deck, you're probably familiar with it, maybe in class where the teacher has control, and when the teacher slides to the next slide, then all the student devices slide to the next one. Well, they have a student-paced one that is great for virtual learners. It comes with the premium package, which we all have. The district bought that for all the teachers. So, it's really, really great. The students can access it on their own time, go through the slides at their own pace, but you still add all those interactive tools in there that you can use for that accountability that I was talking about. So to get started with Pear Deck, you just start with, you don't have to create anything new. First of all, you start with a Google slide that you already use or that you use all the time. If you have a PowerPoint that you're using, you would need to convert that to a Google slide, because Pear Deck is an add-on for Google Slides. So you can go ahead and open that, and then you're ready to use your add-ons. Now, I already have it, so I would just click Pear Deck and open Pear Deck. If you don't have Pear Deck yet, you still click add-ons, and then you go to get add-ons. And Pear Deck is one of the most popular ones, so it will probably be the first one that pops up when you go there. And then you just add it. So I'm going to go ahead and click Open Pear Deck, and then you're going to get a sidebar to pop up on the side of your Google Slides. So you're still just working in your Google Slides, and you get this. I'm going to move myself here really quick. Maybe I'm not. Yeah, there I go. Okay, so you get this sidebar here with all of your Pear Deck tools. So you're going to choose the student-paced activity, like I said, as opposed to the instructor-paced, which you might be already familiar with. So here is just a little helpful hint for you. When you're choosing, especially the student-paced, you need to click the three dots here beside Start Lesson and make sure that you choose Require Students to Log In. If you don't do that, you're going to get a lot of responses from the students, but you're not going to know who did what. So you're not going to be able to have any accountability because it's not going to be tied to any one student. So if you require logins, then you're going to see every student's response in their email, and timestamp will be right beside it. So just make sure that you do that. So student responses can be seen in review sessions here. So also, if you notice, when you click these three lines, you click review sessions, and then that will take you to all the sessions that you have open in Pear Deck, and you can see student responses there. So just a little bit about those. If a session is open, which means that students can still access it, they can still respond to it, and you're still accepting responses from it, then for you to see the responses, you need to be in teacher dashboard view. If, however, you've gotten all the responses in, or your deadline has passed and you close the session, then you can get to a thing called takeaways, and you can also export your responses to a spreadsheet. I really like that option for a couple of reasons, and I'll share those with you in just a second. This is what session review looks like. So you can see all of my sessions listed here. You can see if their status, if they're closed or open. I have one that's live. I can see that that one is live and it's student-paced. Always click these three dots just to see what options you have. A lot of good stuff in there. This is what I like for student responses. So you notice if you click the three dots beside one of your sessions, first of all, you can reopen a session. So if you do close it so that you can get this student response spreadsheet, that's great. But say a student was like, oh, now I'm ready, to do my work, you can always reopen that session. That's not a big deal at all. So here's your student responses if you choose to export them to a spreadsheet. Notice here I did not collect email addresses. So these are all the random, anonymous animals that were assigned. But if you choose require student logins from here, then you'll have the student name here and you can see all of their responses. So let's put this into action, and I want you to see it from the student's perspective. I always like to do that because a lot of times from my side, things look like they're awesome and beautiful, but then from the student side, they're not exactly what I thought they would be. So I want you to see this one from a student's perspective. I've created another Pear Deck Google slide with more tips and tricks that you can use. And so this screencast is going to end, but I want you to go to joinpd.com, type in the code RXEBPE, and go through that Pear Deck and learn more stuff about Pear Deck and how you can use it in your virtual classroom. So also this will work on a phone, but it'll be really small and hard to see. So I highly recommend using a laptop or a Chromebook for this. So thanks.